What is up? We had a little hiatus, I think 12 days in total. So we're gonna do a little recap of where we've been, what we've been doing. We had a work trip, a little bit of a retreat for some of our top performers in sales. This guy actually made it, believe it or not.
Paid the right people.
Never accused him of being a salesperson, but apparently he did sell enough to go on the trip. But no, kidding aside, it was really cool trip. It's called Master Circle. So the people who go above and beyond the budget, we do something every year. This year it happened to be a cruise. It was going to originally be in the Caribbean, and due to COVID restrictions, we decided to move it back and do it in the fall. And we did basically Greek Isles with some Turkish islands as well too. Badass trip. We started in London, a couple days there. Randomly, we were there at the same time all the stuff was going down with the Queen. We were there a couple days before the funeral, but crazy amount of people there. I've never seen more flowers in one area in my life. I wish I was a florist in England at the time. We started in Athens, was it? Athens?
Yeah, Athens.
And we went through a bunch of islands, so pretty cool trip. Trevor, what did you think?
It was awesome. I mean, obviously to get the opportunity to do something like that, really, really cool. We kept kind of talking about a once-in-a-lifetime trip, but the reality is hopefully you continue to work hard, and it's not a once-in-a-lifetime trip. I think that was the big thing that I kind of noticed. It's one of those things where you wake up every morning on a ship and you open up your blinds and you're somewhere new and looking at water that's clear as day. But I'm also simple enough to I enjoyed just going to London. We went to London and enjoyed that. I love that city. I know that Brent lived there for a few years. I was born there, lived outside of London at the very beginning of life. So I always love going back and seeing it. And it also reminds me, we kept talking about just how new America really is. And then obviously going through and starting our trip in Athens after London, seeing the Acropolis and the Parthenon. You realize how new America is, but just how old the world really is. This is stuff that's dictated by before Christ. We use that determining factor of BC and AD as a time reference, and this is stuff that was BC. So that was pretty interesting to see some of that stuff. Brent and I made a couple jokes. We got lifts in 3 different countries on this trip, which that in itself is unique, especially for our relationship, because that's how it started. It's just started talking about supplements and brands and stuff like that in a gym that you've seen us work out at right down the street, and then here we are. Now we're lifting in Turkey, we're lifting in Greece and London. Some really cool gyms too. The ship actually had a really nice gym for some of the simple stuff that we needed to do on some of our compound lifts, but we found a really cool gym, just really small, in Mykonos for legs. That was awesome. Just to be there.
Kind of a rave. It had disco balls, it had house music going.
In the gyms?
In the gym, yeah, it was pretty well. We'll put a picture up from that in this when you show up, but yeah, we got after it. It was good though. Obviously, I dread vacations. I mean, it's honestly, it sounds kind of crazy and extreme, but I really do. Trevor, everyone was betting that I wasn't going to show up, and I honestly can say, and I'm very proud of myself, I did participate in the vacation. Was not just physically there, actually mentally there, and I honestly feel freaking recharged. I'm ready to go. I think people have already seen it come back with a little bit of vengeance in a good way, but it does show you, as much as I grind, if you actually have a little time to reset, and I can't believe I'm saying this, it actually does help. I feel it right now, and I'm a believer in it. So time zone was 8 hours ahead, which I thought was going to be hell, and it actually was really cool. So at 8 a.m. we definitely go out and do an excursion every day, and during that time it was midnight here, so there wasn't much going on. So I actually was able to put my phone down, spend time looking at things actually up as opposed into my phone. And Victoria's a trooper. She's dealt with me like this for 10 years. I think she was shocked I actually was engaged and wasn't running into walls because I'm on my phone. So it was a really good trip. From a workout perspective, yeah, we worked out a lot. We kind of did a deload week. I am today officially 11 weeks out from the amateur Olympia, so really started my prep yesterday. So what we got to do was kind of deload, still get some lifts in, get some cardio in, but crazy enough, I ended up losing, it ended up being 9 pounds over the course of that trip, and just because us Americans don't generally walk as much, we walked a ton. So lost some weight. But sadly today I am a very, very light 200, and I don't even want to say, a very lightweight. I'm below my stage weight, which is really weird starting a prep. Usually I'm 30 pounds above my stage weight. I'm under my stage weight. So it's going to be a whole different series. So yeah, food is at 4,800 calories right now. So it's freaking insane. So we're going to have a lot of cards to pull. Cardio is pretty low. But no, excited about the trip. Glad to be back though. We got a kick-ass couple weeks. We're going to Green Bay this weekend to go to the Packers game. Quick turnaround. I got a week or two here. Then I think we go to Vegas cross. I think we go to Chicago. Then we go to Salt Lake for the grand opening. We go to Las Vegas for Supply Side West, a speaking event there. Come back that next day. Literally had Generation Iron here in Armada, and then the grand opening, not the grand opening, but the reopening of Carbon Performance, which has the Bumstead Q&A right there. So we got a month packed here. So
we're rocking and rolling.
We're rocking and rolling. Trevor, would you say a success?
Yeah, it was definitely good. It's obviously it's motivating and rewarding all at the same time. Like you said,
will Trevor make the Master Circle next year? Please.
So wait, so you just have to sell a lot to get there?
Yeah, technically, it's like you have a budget, but you have to go considerably above that budget, and then you're still voted upon the executive team of like who's gone above and beyond, right? So yeah, yeah, he made the team last year.
We'll take it as a win. We're thankful for it, and that was something I made it clear to Brent and everybody. It's not about just kissing people's ass either, too. It's about letting them know that you're truly thankful for the opportunity, and I think that translates really, really well. And I think the way that you kind of show how thankful you are is, even though you're 8 hours difference and everything's going on, and you're trying to work out and you're trying to enjoy yourself and you're trying to entertain family or people that you're there with, work doesn't step aside. You continue to make that a priority, and it's something that I've always been able to do that makes my life less stressful, is just manage it throughout the day. It's easy for people to put their phone down and come back to 1,000 emails. Not for me. I've learned from one thing from this man is speed kills. So I'd much rather just watch my emails throughout the day, even if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, rather than coming back and opening up 1,000 the next day. So it works out really well. So thankful and awesome opportunity.
We are 11 weeks out right now today, 11 weeks to the day. Honestly, I don't really know, because the starting point's so much different. Like I was saying earlier, that my actual body weight is less than my stage weight previously, which is, I don't necessarily know where we're gonna go with that. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It means we're obviously in a lot more shape. I'm processing food at ridiculously high level. I'm at over 4,000 calories and I'm losing weight. So the good news is it should be an easier prep from that perspective, but at some point, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what we do. If we do a phase of gaining for the next 3 to 5 weeks, and then we do only like a 6-week diet down. As of today, there's no plans to change anything, so literally week by week we're truly going to be updating. And usually we kind of have a script where it's like, hey, it's going to be deficit for 6 weeks. This is going to be one of those preps where every week I think is a lot different. Training is going to be a little different. We got Brad Holt, who some of you guys know, that he's a VP at Arsenal, extremely strong fella that has a really good knack for training. And he's seen some of my shows and seen some of my looks, and he has kind of an idea of what the training's gonna need to be to have the best look. And I think a little less volume, a lot of warm-up sets, and then just a couple working sets, and kind of try to go with a little bit more of that full and dense look versus being run down by volume. That's a great question. Honestly, I think I'm in a great spot. I think Brad is going to add an element that I've never had, and this is, you know, he's moved to Franklin. His training's pretty intense. Him and Sam are training together, so I'll take this team. You know, Austin and Trevor are going to be there as well too. We got kind of a, you know, bodybuilding's individual, but we have a team right now. But honestly, with Brad, I feel really good. He's taking, I mean, he literally was sending me basically the programming for this week, even though he's not here today. And I mean, he's taking it as serious as I am, so I feel a great spot. But yeah, I mean, it's fun when there's a team around you. So sports kind of very individual, but you don't have to make it individual. You can make it a team effort. And luckily I have some people who want to see me do well, and they're going to push me and try to kick my ass. It's a big question, right? Obviously, depending on who the person is, what their background is, what their aspiration is. But the one thing I would say that is huge is, it doesn't mean you won't succeed if you're not passionate about something. There's a lot of factors to it, but like, if you are 100% passionate about something and you know that's the career or the field you want to be in, bet everything on it. I mean,
bet on yourself. But I feel like when it becomes passion, it's not work. When work's not work, you generally do good things. And if you're chasing the dollar, it sounds cliche, you're always going to be chasing a dollar. So I think, like, you know, even I've been very lucky and fortunate. Things have worked out for Armada, and you know, hopefully with the right decisions now in my life, I get to choose what I want to do. And to me, the key of choosing is not necessarily what can I use my money to get rich. It's what projects can I involve that I actually get excited about. I love health, I love nutrition. So if you look at all the things that we're doing around here is around that, right? It's gyms, it's anti-aging clinics, it's right now Armada. So I think that's the key. Dude, I'm going Brandon Curry, and obviously that's a biased opinion, but here's the reasons why I'm picking it. Brandon had a good off season. He headed to Kuwait 4 months in advance. It might be the longest he's ever been there, and I believe he's got the mentality of this year. It's kind of all or nothing. I think no one can beat his aesthetics and his figure, and I think that you know, I think if he comes in right, the IFBB wants someone like Brandon. Brandon, I think, exemplifies what a physique should be, and I think if he comes in just a little bit harder, a little bit bigger than he has the last couple of years, he's the man.
Good stuff. We got 6 ounces of asparagus, 4 ounces of good old shrimp. That's good shrimp right there. 4 ounces of ground turkey, 89 lean, 275 grams of rice. Meal number 3.
Probably Austin's got matching capris, probably. Let me see.
Oh my God.
I made that up. I was. Come here, you two. Come here. Let's just come here. This is just. Look at this. Hold on.
Trevor's are harder than mine. Okay.
Oh.
I literally just pulled mine up.
No, you didn't.
This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. You guys have like matching capris. This is unbelievable.
Usually it's you guys
bros.
matching
I
t-shirts.
completely made that
Just
up.
bros.
Just guys being you.
Sarah, us with normal pants.
Yep.
There's a view.
Hers look like they were made for Shaq. They're 7-foot tall pants.
They look like bell bottoms actually. Over
Thank you.
Don't you talk about her pants. Look at your pants.
And they do have cakes on underneath. Thank you very much.
She's just mad that my calves are a little bit bigger than hers.
You want to pull up your capris and show some calves?
Actually, do we have a? I know we're gonna do it. Actually, I think I need a tape measure. Trevor, come here.
What are we measuring?
Come here real quick.
What are we figuring out? We know
You know exactly what we're trying to figure out.
Wait, which one are you doing?
All right, we're just roll it up.
A nice shaved leg too. I like
I was gonna say, I was like, damn. Yeah, my shit.
right there. Okay.
Right there.
This is not good for anybody.
I would say, oh my gosh, look at that.
Yes.
Oh my.
Just that is a solid 2-inch difference.
Let's get Austin's in there. Let's get Cross's in there.
Whoa. Hey.
No.
I'm not the one that.
I think,
I'm not
okay,
the
just a
one that
little
said
thing. If you are going to wear capris, you should probably have bigger calves than your work colleague who is a woman. Just a little tip. That's unbelievable. I mean, think about it. You're better off, like, you should be, like, you walk on your legs.
That's why they're leaner.
What?
That's why they're leaner.
I wouldn't say they are. That's unbelievable.
Can you at least just tell the camera that I don't skip leg day, that this is just what it is?
I don't know.
Hey, we saw the last episode.
Yeah.
So you
I
put
turned
in some
into a
weight?
pig squealing.
That was a solid 2 inches, and like just so it's clear, a calf's like 15 inches, so that's like 20%.
My calves are about 15 and a half, 16 inches.
Whoa, she's also a
Trevor's
pro.
13.
She's an IFBB pro. Let's leave that part out. We're just IFBB pro. We're being inclusive, right? All genders are involved in this.
I think her arms are bigger than yours too.
Whoa.
So I think her arms are bigger.
I think he does. I think he does have me on.
They're
all.
probably close. Actually, you gotta give me a. But you won't lose.
Even if my arms are bigger,
All right.
it's gonna be like, oh, should be.
Come here. I think you might actually win this.
Yeah, I think he is.
Am I flexing or not flexing? Am I flexing or not flexing?